Like sometimes I read my book and I'm like, I wrote that. It's just amazing. Oh, January feels like yesterday. Wow. Mm. Hello and welcome to my side of the internet. I am camaa, the eccentric diva, and on this channel we talk about writing, books, publishing, sex and sex education. In this video we'll be talking about publishing, writing, books essentially. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, watching the video here, please hit the subscribe button. It's just down there somewhere, like down, yeah, that red button. Yes, thank you very much. And once you've done that, you can also hit the notification bell, so when I post new videos like this one, you get notified and you can watch it like fresh and ask me questions or drop comments and all that. And yeah, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for clicking to watch this video. Please hit the thumbs button so the algorithm can do its thing. And you know how it goes, So today I am going to be doing my 2022 as a published author in, what's the right word? I'm going to be reviewing my year as a self-published author, and the year is 2022 AD, yeah, 2022 AD, and it's been a wonderful year. I have seen growth on all sides, like I said in that post on Instagram, and I have learned a lot, and I am still learning. So if you haven't watched my 2021 video, yeah, this is the notepad that has all the secret ingredients of this video. But yeah, if you haven't watched my 2021 year in review as a self-published author, it should be up somewhere, yeah, where I share like what I wanted to achieve, what I achieved at the end of the day. This year is a little bit different. Like, I have done way past my goals and plans and dreams, and I think it was because I decided to go all in and snatch my birthright. My birthright meaning my pen name. It's not my birthright. If you're new on this channel, you understand soon enough that sometimes I get goofy. But yeah, I have always been scared and not so scared of wanting to publish with my pen name. But this year I decided to go ahead and publish with my pen name because literally all my social media channels are in my pen name, and I publish with my other name. So I think because when I published my first book for this year, like calendar year, that was in May when I published, where are you, baby boy or baby girl? When I published Gaga Crazy, it was in May, and I think I didn't really do much marketing, but people resonated with it, I guess, because of the name. I would believe that's my name right there, because it's literally everywhere. It's a brand I've been growing for the past like it's more than 5 since 2015, I believe. So it's like everybody was just like, yeah, like it just went off shelves and online and a lot of downloads and all that. So without parabolating too much, I'm just gonna go straight into it. So like I did in 2021, I'll be going through my plans month by month. Or should I just go through everything? Because I actually wrote everything down, and then I wrote everything down and I broke it into monthly, like what I expect to have achieved every month. If you're signed up to my newsletter, you would get that last bit where I say, okay, top things I'm thankful for this month. So there I try to share as much as possible, like, amazing things that happened during like that month. I send out my newsletter once every last Thursday of the month. What am I saying? I send my newsletter every last Thursday of the month. So that's once a month. Except during months where I'm releasing books where I have to, keep you updated about, oh, now it's cover review day. Like, except for those times, but naturally I don't have the time to send newsletters. Those things are work. I like people that send newsletter every other week. Kudos to you. But yeah, I don't have the energy and the strength to do that. So I send it once a month just to keep in touch and to keep you abreast. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, now is a wonderful time to scroll down. It's in the description box, and to click sign up. You get a free short story and other extended epilogues from my books. If you haven't read them, though, I advise you to read the books before you read the extended epilogues. But there is that. So for this year, I wanted to publish 4 books. Did I do that? Okay, we'll find out after we've gone through the months like January, February, March, April, May, up until December. We're not getting into December because I don't really like planning much for December. December is like a chill month. It's a month where I get to write more. So I don't really put anything for December. It's supposed to be time to be spent with family, to go out, hang out, refresh the brain, write more. I do more writing sprints in December. So for January, I wanted to publish Roses Aren't Red anthology, ebook and paperback. I also wanted to do the title review for Call Me Jamila, which is this wonderful book right here, which is proof that I actually published it at the end of the day. I wanted to do that, and I also wanted to do, this year, I was supposed to write with a couple of magazines and editorials and all that. I was like, I want to put myself out there this year. I want to, be everywhere. But what did I eventually do at the end of January with those 3 main goals? I published Roses Aren't Red with beautiful, amazing authors, 14 other authors. You can get the paperbacks on Amazon and other bookstores. And then I did the title review for Call Me Jamila, but I never got to write it. That's SLA. What's the full meaning of SLA again? She Leads Africa. Yeah, I wanted to write in the editorial column or something like that, but I never got to doing that because I never even did. I reach out? I don't know. I can't remember because January was just a blur because I was doing a lot of writing. I think I wrote around 50-something thousand words. I don't want to go into my system because I'll get carried away again. Then for the month of February, I was supposed to set up Gaga Crazy for pre-order. That's the ebook on all retailers for pre-order. I got to do that. It was a lovely experience. Did I get as much pre-order as I expected? No, but I enjoyed the process. Then I did a blog review for Call Me Jamila. Call Me Jamila was to release in August. Gaga Crazy was to release in May. And then I was also editing Gaga Crazy, pushing myself because this story, there's a link for how this story stressed and pulled me. I've been writing this story for close to 8 years, if not God knows how long. And then I got the inspiration of how it was supposed to go. That was in October, November 2021 to February, March 2022. I was so into editing it, and it actually turned out really good. We'll get back to it next. And then I also wanted to release an erotica in February. I wanted it to because in 2021 I released an erotica for Valentine's Day in February. I was like, maybe this year I can meet up and write a short story that I will just publish in February, but that didn't happen. Let's move on to January, February, March. So March, I expected better reading to start for Gaga Crazy because it was supposed to be published in May. And then while the beta reading for Gaga Crazy had started, I was also supposed to share, because Call Me Jamila is a multi-author series where 7 authors wrote around the same theme but different characters. it wasn't intercrossing like Escape, which is this book right here. It wasn't interconnected. So I was supposed to share with the other authors and like for them to better read and critique, but I sent to just a couple of them because my draft was not it. It wasn't completely making sense, though I'd finished it in November 2021. I hope you understand this date I'm dropping because I don't know. I know I did tell my author friends that I can't write 2 books at the same time. A lot of my author friends do that, like, you guys are the best. But me, I can't write at the same time, but I know how to write one to the end, keep it, write on that one, and come back into this one. So that's how I do like my crisscross and jammering. So yeah, and then I was also supposed to send out the advanced reader copy of Gaga Crazy, which I did. I sent that out, like it was on time. Yeah, I actually released it on time. And then I was also supposed to either have an interview scheduled with Bella Ninja, something like that. And then I'd been in talks with Bella Ninja since, was it November or December 2021? And I keep expecting feedback, and they'll be like, oh, we'll get back to you, we'll get back to you. It just got to a point, I know, like maybe 2 months later, maybe May, June, I just gave up on reaching out to Bella Ninja because it felt like nobody knew what they were doing there, or they didn't know how to answer the questions I was posing or asking. So I let that one fly. And then I was also like, I was going to promote some books of mine, but I never got to doing that. That was books written in my other author name. But one thing I did was that I signed up for a PR for the first time with Enticing Promotions. And what happened? April. Let's move on to April. What happened in April? So I was supposed to write a book, a short story, kind of like a novella called Black Velvet. I've been pushing this book for the longest time. God knows when I'll write this Black Velvet book. But Black Velvet, whatever you are, wherever you are, I'm sorry, I never got to write you again this year. And then I was also supposed to set up Call Me Jamila for pre-order, but I doubt I did that. I didn't set up Call Me Jamila for pre-order until like June, July-ish, I think. Well, I think I did. I think I set it up earlier actually, but I was not done with the editing because I was still so much focused on Gaga Crazy. And then I was trying to edit Gaga Crazy and Call Me Jamila at the same time. My brain could not carry it. Like, it knew what it could do, and it was like, respect yourself, sister, respect yourself. So I was mainly focused on Gaga Crazy, so I had to put all my energy on Gaga Crazy, writing, editing. Yeah, in between those other early months like January, February, I had written like a couple thousand drafts as well for other books to publish. And so April went, and then we entered May. Gaga Crazy joyfully released in the month of May 2022. And so after publishing Gaga Crazy the first week of May, a lot happened in my personal life. If you're signed up to my newsletter, you'll find out what happened. It was very drastic. I feel like I'm still recovering. I'm still trying to get myself from it. But a lot happened in May. So I released Gaga Crazy. And I set up Bottom Belly for pre-order, but I made it 6 months ahead because it was supposed to. So the plan was that I was going to release the book in the Lagos Loving series like 3 months after each other. But when I saw the stress it was taking me to write and edit Call Me Jamila, I decided to respect myself and my destiny and made it 6 months after each other. So now, after Gaga Crazy, the next time that I have to release another book in this series was to be in November. So we kept it up there. And then I was supposed to send out the advanced reader copy of Call Me Jamila to readers in May, but that never happened because, like I said, life happened. Like, I was just floating and living in my own space. I was also supposed to do a couple other things in May, but I just couldn't push myself to do it. Though I was doing things, but like right now, if you ask me what I was really doing, I can't really remember because that was actually tough, very, 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 very tough month for me. And then June came and I was just, anything goes at that point in time. I was supposed to feature with women.ng according to my plans, but I never even reached out to them. Still haven't reached out to them. I just gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing any editorial thing, any conference, I said conference. No. I said I was not doing that. Then I was supposed to interview with one other bookstagrammer like that, and I was just like, no stress, don't stress yourself. And then I was also supposed to something about planned book merch release. What was I thinking when I wrote this? I don't know what that is. Well, it never happened. So in June, I was trying to get myself from what happened in May. And I think towards the end of June, I was feeling better. Though in May, I had done a lot of things for Gaga Crazy. Gosh, I signed up for different promos. I did a lot, but social media wise I didn't do much. But working with or like partnering with different brands and companies, I did a lot. And so I was getting reviews. It was nice, it was good, but my heart was just like, I don't want to do anything anymore. And then we get into the month of July. So for July, I actually had plans to promote my other books that I had published in specific months. So I think I tried doing that, and I'd already scheduled that in May. So when life happened to me in May, like I didn't even keep track of anything. I just know I'd already scheduled it. So everything was just going according to plan in May. Then June happened, nothing much. Even my writing dropped. Like in a month before, I used to write like close to 50-something thousand. Dropped. Then in July, I was like, oh my gosh, I had an editing job to do, critiquing, like different tasks, and I was slated to release Call Me Jamila in August. I was so bunching people in July because I was just like, everybody forgive me, I have a deadline, so please, clear, give me my space, clear. It's not easy being the one judging your deadlines and all that, but I find that I actually work very well under pressure. So in July, I did like, Gaga Crazy again. I sent out a couple of what did I do? Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I wrote Arc GC, like Gaga Crazy has been published already. So yeah, I wanted to feature on Zikoko magazine, a couple of bookstagrammers again, all the zeal to do all that had left me since like May. So punched. But thanks be to God, in August I successfully released this book. I even had it ready before time. Then Amazon almost gave me headache. Oh my God. No, they did not almost give me headache. Amazon gave me headache. Confirmed headache. On top, like the look inside. And I was like, what is this? The content of my book is correct, but when you're doing the look inside from the Amazon page, you're seeing something completely different. This probably ran for like a month. And I was like, seriously, Amazon? Like nobody can just put one or two codes together and make my book look like what it was. I feel that even affected my sales for the first week because I decided to put my book in Kindle Unlimited for the first time, releasing my book. Like most times when I release my books, they are always like on all platforms as per ebook. But this time around, I decided to put my books in Kindle Unlimited. That was Call Me Jamila for the first time, and that was not a sweet experience for me. I felt like I was pumping money into art and other stuff, and when people get to where they're supposed to buy the product, they realize that, oh, this is different from what I read from the blog. So I'm sure it must have discouraged a lot of people. I was even like, Amazon should give me something, maybe promotion scores, or I should sue them for the stress they cost me. But hey, it is what it is. And then I noticed what I was supposed to do for Gaga Crazy. I was trying to do this, releasing Gaga Crazy little by little. I wrote in August I was going to do a general release. I don't know what that is. But maybe I was supposed to put Gaga Crazy in Kindle Unlimited and take it out in August. But I didn't do that. Instead, Gaga Crazy was not in Kindle Unlimited, but Call Me Jamila was in Kindle Unlimited. And then I was supposed to work on another co-author project that I've given up on. That's by Decide. And I was also supposed to reach out to Essence magazine. I didn't do that. Then I was also supposed to work with a booktuber. I didn't do that. And then I was supposed to release book merch. Now I remember what I wrote in June. Remember in June I said, what is planned book merch? So planned book merch was supposed to be like, I'm supposed to make plans to have book merch and then in August release it. But I've not done that. Hopefully next year, because I'm currently planning to have book boxes on my website. So hopefully next year I'll have that ready. Then August came, we got a lot of orange banners for Call Me Jamila. Everything was going on fine, well and smooth. I think I'm going to come and give a story about how Call Me Jamila came to be, because the project stressed me. If I say it did not stress me, I am lying. And then in September, the beautiful month of September, I was supposed to work on my children's book. This children's book I've been talking about for the past 2 years. It's still here. It's going to be published, but not anytime soon. I still haven't touched it. I've not even opened it this year. I don't think I've opened it this year. Wow, January feels like yesterday. Wow. But yeah, then I was also supposed to reach out to Guardian Live. Wow, I had big dreams and big plans. I never did that too. Hopefully, all my dreams will manifest and come to life, but for now, we're just in the low. We're just going to be writing and publishing and engaging with, readers and doing what we can with what we have and not stressing ourselves, because I really wanted to stress myself this year, but God was like, don't worry, my daughter. I have better stress for you. I have better stress for you. Take this one. But yeah. And then I was also planning to rapid release the Lagos Loving books, and then I got a project. So I did something with my brother, and I told him, because he used to write and he was in a dark place, and I told him, okay, you know what, write a book. Let me see what you have. Okay, you can do this. Because we have very, very strong creative streak in my family. So it was like, okay, no problem, I'll do. I was like, even if it's 10,000 words, just write it. And it was like, okay. And by then my brother was giving me this stuff back. It got to 40,000 words. I was like, what? Don't worry, I'm going to critique it and find you an editor and everything and blah blah blah. So for the month of September, I found myself going through my my brother's book, which is actually lovely book if you love dark romance with morally gray characters and confused people that are having fun and doing crazy stuff. So you, it's titled Bowish Dreams. And it's set in Bowish City. I think it should be releasing sometime this year or very early next year. We don't have a release date just yet. Not much pamparam, but if it's available for pre-order, I'll definitely put it in my description box. But yeah, it's Bowish Dream. You can add it on your Goodreads that you want to read it. It's actually fun. Then after that, I realized that, oh no, I need to release Bottom Belly in November. I have less than 5 weeks to go. I have spent my time working on other people's projects, so I had to get into the grind in October. So for the month of October, where I was supposed to be releasing a co-author book, which I had told you that I had given up on early in the year, so I concentrated on writing, pushing myself, because honestly, when I started writing the book, which is this lovely, thick Mademoiselle here, I thought it was going to be like just one, another of my books. But this book took me on another journey, completely different from the first. I don't know if I call them brother and sister or just sisters, but it took me on a whole different journey, this one. And I wrote all through October, editing, exchanging it with editor, coming back again, continue, go back and forth. And I'm so glad I had it ready for publication, because I was scared that I might have to shift this publication date, because a lot has happened to me in this year 2022, and thank God for God's grace. And then this is November, so at the time I'm recording this video, this is like the second week of November, I believe. Bottom Belly is currently number one best release or new release, then number one bestseller in African literature. Call Me Jamila has also become number one bestseller in African literature. We are hoping to break into more categories because we see ourselves, going up, and we're almost there. Thanks a lot for reading. Thanks a lot for announcing me or mentioning me to a friend or two who love reading books. Very, 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 very important. Thanks a lot for the referrals and all that. So that was for November. So far, the month of November, I'm supposed to be working on the third book in this series, but honestly, I maybe this is what they call burnout. But anytime I sit down to write, to edit, I just feel this like my brain is frozen. Though I was feeling that when I was doing this, but I guess I think I need to take a break, just a couple of weeks, I believe, and I should get back to grinding like I used to. And then this video is pretty long, but let's continue. Now going back to everything to put it all together. So my main goals for this year was, one, to publish 4 books. Did I do that? Wish. Yes, I did. I published Roses Aren't Red, Bottom Belly, Gaga Crazy, and Call Me Jamila. So I accomplished that. Then 2, I was supposed to draft 5+ books. Did I do that? No, I only drafted, I think, around 3 books this year. So better try next year. But I understand, although I have written over 300,000 words this year alone, plus editing and all that. So over 300,000 words, which is way more than I did in previous years, and this makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. It doesn't make me feel like I'm not doing anything, because I track my word count and all that. I have this sense of accountability. I actually miss doing live sprints on YouTube, right here, but there's a time for everything. So there's one. Then I also plan to sell a certain number of paperback. Did I get that? Nope. For the ebooks, I plan to sell a certain number of ebooks. Did I do that? Yes, I superseded my goals for my ebooks. I even found my book on a pirate's website, but I'm so glad they've taken it down. But yeah, I sold it blew my mind. Though I know I put in the work, and I also put in the money and the time, because it's not just writing something good, it's also knowing where and how and whom to push and promote it to. I wanted to have over 100,000 pages read on BAM books, and I got that. Ring the bell. And I also wanted to get, because it was going to be my first time in KU, I'd been testing it out with my short stories that are just short stories. I don't do professional covers and all that. So when I saw the read through with that one, I was just like, let's be nice. Let's say 5,000 pages in a year, we will manage that. And then I saw what 5,000 pages results to in Naira, and I'm like, nah, that's too small. But I'm so glad I broke down, I destroyed that milestone of having 5,000 pages read on Amazon KDP or Kindle Unlimited. So thanks a lot if you have actually read my books on the various platforms. And I wanted to have 20 reviews at least on each books I released this year on Amazon, and 40 on Goodreads. But please drop reviews, I beg you. Drop reviews. They're very important. Very, very important. Sometimes I see some people that have 200 reviews on their books, I know, with my experience as an author, I know over 1,500 people have read that book, and only 200 decided to drop a review. And then if I see a book with 70,000 reviews, I know, geez, over 300,000 people read that book, and only 70,000 decided to stay back and drop a review. So please and please and please and please and please and please, reviews are important, because it helps readers that want to take a chance on a new author, a newbie like me, makes them feel like, oh yeah, let's see, this person actually likes this book, or this is what this person's saying about this book. Let me read it and give my own opinion, and let me see, either agree with their opinion or discard their opinion. Then I wanted to grow my Instagram page. It's like I'm done with Instagram. Like Instagram, I don't know. This year it has been the most stagnant thing in my life. If there's any word for that, but Instagram was just a no for me this year. It didn't grow, it didn't go up, it didn't come down. It was just like plus and minus, plus and minus, plus and minus. But I'm not complaining. It's fine, because I didn't even write TikTok here, but my TikTok accounts are doing amazing. Chef kiss, like they're the bomb. That's what I can say. Like TikTok has been a no-brainer for me. Sometimes I know what I'm doing, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but I've gone viral in my mind. I know it's not up to 1 million views, but at least it's close to 100,000 views, which is way more than I've ever experienced on Instagram in my whole life. So, and I can see the results, like as it comes to like sales and conversations and discussions. So yeah, I don't know what's happening with Instagram, but hopefully next year Instagram will become my friend again and would move past from where we are right now. And then YouTube, I wanted to grow my YouTube up to 1,500 subscribers, but here we are. I think as at the time I'm filming this video, we are currently on 1,250 something, thereabouts. Yeah, 1,200, and I don't know if it's the content I'm serving, or if I don't know, because we've gotten a lot of views on this channel. We need to spread the word and let people know that, yeah, if you want to follow the journey of this author, if you want to learn about sex and sex education, writing, publishing, this is the best channel to go with. Yeah, the best, nothing but the best. And then I wanted to grow my email subscribers by 100 new subscribers, and I'm nailing it. Like I'm crucifying it, like I'm burying it, like I'm killing it. It is, Lord have mercy. My email subscribers have grown. I tried something new and I can see it working so well. It was stressful initially, but now it comes easy to me and everybody looks out for it. I'll share in a future video about how to grow your email subscribers as an author. Tried, tested, and trusted. Then, yeah, I wanted to have 5 interviews done this year so far. How many interviews have I had? I think I've actually had more than 5 interviews this year. So far, so good. It's on my blog. You can check my blog. I think I've interviewed with Agnes, K.E. I've also interviewed with I've gone for several book club meetings. Just, yeah, I can't even remember. That's how proud I am. Yeah. And I wanted to go for conferences. Last year I went for a couple of conferences. So this year I was like, I want to go for conferences. I was so pumped up for it as at early this year. That was January, February, March, April. But when everything happened in May, I was just like, you know what? Life goes on. Then in August I came up again. I'm like, yes, I want to go for conferences. When I check the prices, it's like, oh, are you kidding me right now? And even when I try to do like the early bird sales, like earlier, I was trying to get into this AppCon. Oh God, my Instagram self is so frowning at me right now. But I wanted to get into a couple of auto signing events and something like that, but it just didn't work out for me, and I'm just like, better luck next time. And I saw Unoma Nwankwo, I don't know if it's a Nwankwo. She posted something about going for book signing and events, and it made me realize that okay, you have your stuff together. Just keep on with the path you're on. You're doing amazing, you're doing well. So until that moment, when we get there, we'll get there. But yeah, what I'm mostly pressed about right now is to be able to offer signed copies of my book on my website, because I was trying to figure out like shipping and all that, because it's a lot of stress for a one-man stuff that I do more like an hobby. So I think I have that figured out now. It's just to, you know, get it all set up and running. I'll be doing announcements via newsletter and also via my Instagram page and via my blog. If you want to get signed copies, you can also let me know in the comment section. So once everything is set up, I just reach out to you and let you know that, yeah, you can order signed copies of my book right now. And then I wanted to start up a competition once again. I did that in 2020 during COVID, just to encourage people to write, to do something they love. And I got sponsors. Thanks, shout out to my sponsors in 2020. But right now in 2022, I wanted to start that up again, but man, it's not easy, like running multiple things at once. Like I have so many plans and all that, but right now I'm just focusing on 20% and letting the 80% just, you know, do their own thing. And then I wanted to create various paperback versions of my book, which I have actually done. I have different versions of Call Me Jamila, which is actually beautiful. There's a floral one which I don't have. I don't even have all my books yet, but there's a floral one of this. There's also this one's what they call it, the alternate cover of this is coming in sometime soon, like in a week or 2 weeks time. Maybe by my next YouTube video I'll be able to show it off. But yes, I wanted to do that. Then I had other plans for my community I manage, which has no business to do with this video. So yeah, that was all for this year. Overall, I would say, like I said earlier in the video, this year was amazing. From the corner of like, okay, in my readership, growing my readership, growing my, like, as per email newsletter, not Instagram, no, but newsletter, TikTok, even YouTube. I think I hit 1,000 subscribers this year, I believe. But yeah, it has been amazing, like growing on all sides. My writing, like sometimes I read my book and I'm like, I wrote that. It's just amazing. And I know it's not by power, it's not by might, but by the grace of God. And that's all for this video. In my next video, I'll be talking about, where's my little notebook? Oopsie doo-doo. Has gone into hiding. Oh no. Rescue it. Where did you go? Where's Waldo? I quickly went to get a copy of Roses Orange Red just before I wrap it up, so you have an idea what I'm talking about. So this is Roses Orange Red. Can you see the lovely baby? So paperbacks are available on all stores. Like, it's very thick and pretty. It's not so thick, it's not as thick as Hell Hath No Fury, but it has 15 love stories, introduces you to beautiful authors you might never have met. And I love the formatting. It was formatted by me. I offer formatting services as well too. But yeah, don't you like it? I actually love it. It's one of my favoritely formatted book, if that's the word. But yeah, there you have it for Roses Orange Red. So that was the first book I published in January. Let me show you my story. What's the title of my book again? Yeah, this was my book, my entry in Roses Orange Red. My favorite story. So I'm looking at publishing the ebook of this. I'll talk about like it in future, because the ebook is no longer available, but you can always get all the stories in one collection as paperback. So I published this first in 2022. Then this guy next, Thick and Sturdy, book one. I love it. And then I published Jamila. I love this cover. Like, flip it, you get this, and you flip her, you get this. Like, you know why it is like this? Like I said, I'm going to make a video talking more about the concept behind Call Me Jamila's book cover and everything about the story. And finally, thank you Jesus, I published this lovely over here. It has been a wonderful 2022 for me. How has your 2022 been as an author, whether published traditionally or self-published or just a writer who, whatever you do, like, how has 2022 been for you? What are your plans for next year? I am going to be creating my plans for next year in my next video. I'll mainly be talking about books I read in 2022. I've read over 100 books this year, and yeah, you're sitting down with someone who has read over 100 books this year. I know some people read 200, but whatever. I'm in my lane. But that being said, oh gosh, I don't want this video to end. But yeah, that being said, thanks a lot for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like, share, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodles.